context that you are putting in focus at this point of time and bringing more updates. Now, I'll request you to kindly stay on, as the US court has blocked most of the President Donald Trump's import tariffs. The court has ruled that he exceeded his authority by imposing the broad duties under the emergency powers. The Court of the International Trade has said only the Congress has the constitutional power to regulate the international commerce, not the President acting alone. The ruling puts a permanent injunction on the tariffs imposed since January under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. Though some industry-specific tariffs remain untouched, the Trump administration has filed a notice of appeal. Questioning the court's authority, financial markets reacted positively, with the US dollar and the global stocks rallying on the news. Meanwhile, the White House has criticized the decision, saying unelected judges should not decide how to address the national emergencies, and reaffirmed its commitment of using all the executive powers to protect the American interest. This ruling gives a significant setback to President Trump's trade strategy. It is aimed at reducing the US trade deficit and revitalizing the domestic manufacturing employment, which can bring uncertainty into the ongoing negotiations. All right, Pia Mann continues to be with us on the broadcast. In the significant judgment, Pia, the US federal court has blocked Trump tariffs. What exactly has led to this big roadblock for the Trump administration, as the court has cited the many reasons important for doing so?
You know, Simran, we've been largely seeing a sort of tiff between the Trump administration and the judiciary. The White House's response is indicative of that. They've, of course, been taken to court several times by a lot of civil liberty unions in the United States of America. And they've, of course, now been taken to court over the import tariffs as well. Remember, Trump had imposed a nearly 26% tariff against India. Negotiations are still underway, but we are yet to see that trade deal fructify. In the meantime, there's a court that has ruled that Trump has exceeded his authority by imposing these duties under emergency powers, because the power actually lies with the US Congress, where all members of the US Congress, who are in fact elected directly by the people, they have the constitutional power to regulate international commerce, and not just the US President acting alone with an executive order. This is, of course, a major setback, as you rightly stated. White House, of course, hitting out using the same line that we've been seeing several conservatives in the United States of America, whether Elon Musk or others, they've said that unelected judges should not decide how to address national emergencies. Of course, Trump, he's made a statement last night as well, stating that the tariffs have worked wonders for the U.S. That's what he said. He said that because he has threatened countries with tariffs, they've managed to, in fact, invest more than $1 trillion in the United States of America. He claimed that a lot of investments were made from the U.S. to other countries during the Biden administration, but now, of course, things are changing. But what's really interesting, Simran, is one thing that you've pointed out: a lot of markets are now cheering. They've risen considerably over the last day, in fact, with regards to the court ruling, whether it is in America itself, whether it's in Europe, whether it's in Asia as well. To give you some numbers, the S&P 500 futures climbed 1.5%. US dollar also rallied broadly against the euro, yen, and the Swiss franc. A lot of analysts are, in fact, stating that they are maintaining a cautious but positive approach because this will, of course, help Asian-based economies, and Asian-based companies will not be badly impacted as they were initially. Meanwhile, the Sensex and Nifty have also risen. It's very interesting because we've been seeing a lot of fluctuations. Sensex, in fact, jumped 200 points, and Nifty is above 24,800 points. So it's very interesting to, in fact, analyze how exactly the markets are reacting to this as well.
All right, Pia, thank you very much for putting all the details on record for us. Now,